What's up, guys? Good morning. All right, guys. So, yeah, Patriots won. What's up, Tech, Tiny, Matthew, Huguetes, KS, Netron. Good morning, guys. All right, so we could trade EOLS. That's good. ZYNE we cannot trade. We could trade CGC, AMD, CRON, PZZA, APHA, ACB. SPY is down some. Choppy day in the SPY, Friday as well. What's up, Bill? What's up, 2A? Fire Dog, Johnny, Illard, Arian's World, Jack, Matt. What's up, guys? Yeah, man, it was a great game, Jason. Here's the thing, though, right? Tell me if I'm wrong for this, right? So, my wife and I got into it yesterday. It wasn't like a huge fight or anything, but we disagreed on something, right? My mother-in-law wanted me to go over there because I'm like the only guy in the family, right? I'm like the only person over 5'6", and so like she wants me to go over there and help her change light bulbs and change the battery on her smoke detectors. And so I go do that, and we eat, and she's cool, and she makes us food and everything like that. And I told my wife, I was like, the one condition I have if I'm going over to your mom's house on Super Bowl Sunday is that we get home before kickoff, right? And so sure enough, you know, I'm like, hey, baby, come on, it's time to go. Like, kickoff's in like 30 minutes. Everybody procrastinates it, right? We don't get home until after kickoff. And I'm kind of PO'd about it. You know, am I wrong for that? I don't think I am, you know. Like, I like watching the Super Bowl, man. But the Patriots won. If Isaac ever comes in here, you can only call him Brady now. All right? And so if Isaac comes here, you can only call him Brady. I get my regular name back. You can't call me Patrick this week because the Patriots win. And I know a large majority of my viewers are from California. I know. I'm sorry, guys. The Rams just didn't deserve to be there. That's all I'm saying. The Rams just did not deserve to be there. You know, it should have been the Saints there. And because of that, the Patriots won. That's all I'm saying. You know. All right, Tidy. Right, exactly, 2A. Am I wrong for that? I don't think I am, man. You know, like that was my one condition. Her mom's cool, and I helped her mom out. You know what I mean? And my one condition, I wanted to be home for kickoff. I just wanted to be home for kickoff. That's it. That was the one thing I wanted to do. You know, it's not like that's early. It's at like 5:30 our time, so we got all day to spend at her mom's house. You know, and so, yeah, we didn't make it. I won $10. I bet Mitch $10 the Patriots would win. And I get to call Isaac Brady for a week. If he even shows up today, though. But that was the deal. Actually, he did. He commented on one of my videos. Hold on, let me find it. Isaac did comment on one of my videos. But I should say Brady. But I'm going to call him Isaac just for point of reference. Okay, so yeah, Isaac commented on one of my videos 7 hours ago saying, I thumbed down this video basically just because I hate the Pats win. Understandable. I mean, you know, I'll accept it. He disliked one of my videos because the Patriots won. Which, like I said, it's understandable, you know. Started to talk about stocks. We have EOLS gapping up here from 1833 to 2087. That looks decent. SPY gapping down a little bit here. We have ZYNE gapping up from 579 to 645. We have CGC, some of the other cannabis plays moving up some. CRON, CRON. ACB really moving up some. What else do we have, guys? We have MDGS, CANF, UEPS, PCG. PCG gapping up some. NIHD, AXSM. AXSM moving up some. Appreciate the subs, guys. I can't see who's subscribing and who's not on my channel. I don't know what's wrong with it, but for some reason it's not working. Like, I can't see who's subscribing to my channel right now. I'll have to fix it after today's stream. But whoever it is, I appreciate the new sub. Thanks, brother. But yeah. Oh, Matthew. No, it wasn't a sub. It was Matthew giving me $2. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it, man. Shout out to Matthew, man. Thanks for the $2 donation, brother. Appreciate it. I think it was Matthew. Right, that's exactly right. Right, exactly, Matthew. Matthew's feeling me on that one, man. I'm telling you, dude. See, same thing with Jay. Jay knows what's up. Like, that was my condition. That was my one condition, right? That I'd be home for kickoff. I did my helpful duties of Super Bowl Sunday, and I should have been home for kickoff, but I wasn't. And I was upset about it. You know, naturally, I was upset about it. All right. Let's see if we get Mitch in here. Mitch should be here today. What's up, Cast? Yeah, I mean, the Rams look good, and you know, except for when they played the Saints. You know what I mean? The Rams look good, except for when they played the Saints. And everybody knows they shouldn't have won. We basically beat the Rams twice, you know? And that's just kind of how it goes, I guess. What's up, Cass? Yeah, good morning, man. MDJH. Yeah, it's starting to move some. Low float. Right. Do I think Kron is due to reverse? Let's look at the daily chart. Wow, Kron is up a ton here, actually. Probably. I mean, looking at the daily chart, I'd think so. But who knows, man? I mean, this is a cannabis play, so it's kind of like an emerging kind of market with stocks. And so who knows how high this thing could go. I mean, TLRY and some of the other stocks have really kind of taken off. And so, Kron. Well, TLRY did take off from 20 up to 80s, but it went as high as 300, gave those gains back. But like CGC's up as well. Something in the cannabis sector is making these push up. I'll have to look it up in a minute. ACB, a little bit cheaper. Looks like a higher float cannabis play, ACB. APHA, same thing. These are all cannabis stocks. NBEV, all very similar charts. Can I check MXWL? I mean, it's up some, but it has a very small range and low volume. That's the only reason I don't like it. It just has a small range and a low volume. And so unless it really picks up some volume and starts to move, I probably won't watch it. AZN, AVCO. Yeah, AZN is up. AVCO. Alright, so yeah, Mitch will be here. Hold on, let me make Mitch's thing. Hold on one second. It hasn't been really a great morning though, man. Like, listen to this. Like, I make my coffee this morning, right? And it's my last water in the house. It's my last bottled water or whatever, right? And I put it in, and my coffee machine like drinks all the water that I put in there, and it spits out like literally like 2 centimeters worth of coffee, you know? And so I don't know what's wrong with it, man. It just spit out like a mini coffee serving for me. It doesn't like me today. Hold on, let me make Mitch's thing. go. There you go, Mitch. If you're listening, there's your stuff. What's up, man? ULTI. So what does that mean, Tech? What does that mean, man? Well, my wife said she just did that. My wife said she just cleaned it out. ULTI, let's look at it. This one's hard to tell. I can't tell whether this is like an acquisition, which it kind of looks like an acquisition, or what is causing this gap. It kind of looks like an acquisition, believe it or not. Let me look it up. Here, I'll look up some news really quick, guys. Okay, so no, it's an FDA approval, apparently. FDA approves wrinkle treatment to rival allergens Botox. So it's a wrinkle treatment company, EOLS. They received FDA approval, and they're gapping up significantly. Oh, wait, this is EOLS, not ULTI. This one still might be an acquisition, but EOLS is a wrinkle treatment that received FDA approval. Nice gap up there. Let's look up ULTI. Earnings are expected to come out tomorrow. All right, so yeah, exactly what I thought. It's ULTI is an acquisition. It agreed to being acquired for $11 billion. Which is a take-private deal. So it's actually going to be off of the market, apparently. They're going to take it private. Yeah, man. Any advice for trade ideas? There's some really good tutorials on how to build scans on trade ideas, and so the reason I like it is because there's a small learning curve with actually using trade ideas, right? But like once you learn how to do it, it's easy, and it's super customizable. So like you can make a scan for whatever you're looking for on trade ideas, and so that's the reason I like it. There's a bunch of good tutorial videos online about how to build scans, and so go check those out. Maybe I'll do one day. I just haven't yet, but there's some good ones online on YouTube. Just type in YouTube how to build trade idea scanner, and it'll show you. But there's some good ones out there. But yeah, ULTI being acquired here in a take-private deal for $11 billion. Interesting. We'll see what happens with that one as well. We can look up the cannabis plays here to see why some of these are moving. I mean, I'm not really seeing anything in the cannabis sector. Like I see a few stocks that are moving from some news on the 1st, but that was 3 days ago. That was on Friday. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's causing it. I just know CRON, ACB, what else? APHA, CGC, they're all up. At least all of them except, CGC's up too. Yeah, no worries, James. No problem, man. AZN good earnings. They're not being released until February 8th through the 19th. We also have Pizza, PZZA, which is Papa John's. It's gapping up some. I'm guessing this is positive earnings. I can look it up just to be sure, but I'm pretty sure it's probably earnings. No, it's not. Starboard Chief Smith steps in at Papa John's. They named Starboard Chief as new chairman. The head of the investment firm Starboard Value is going to be named the board chairman at Papa John's, and it's also said he's going to invest $200 million in Papa John's. And so, you know, I like Papa John's. It's good. I think the owner's a jerk, but I like Papa John's. You know, good pizza at least. SYY also up. What else we get? CLDR. Gapping up some, no volume. Let's look at some gap downs. Yeah, that's probably why, John O. That's plausible, man. That's plausible. TMSR had a big move. What did two-way say on this? MXWL. Big gap up. What is this? Acquisition? Somebody know what is the best broker in Europe for day trading, small account start? I mean, I don't know, man. It all depends on what you're trying to do. What you're trying to trade specifically. Tesla to buy battery tech maker Maxwell Tech for $218 million. Okay. So Tesla's going to, yeah, it's an acquisition. So, all right. Appreciate it. Low float, relatively small float. BLRX, Troy. BLRX is up as well. Penny stock, but it's moving some. BLRX up from 64 to 87. NEPT, I haven't seen that one in a while. It's on the scanners though. BMY, gapping up some. GoPro, small gap up, no volume. Twitter, up. Sono, JKS. AU, gapping down. OCX, BOIL, gapping down. TBLT, big mover from Friday. Filled most of that gap already. PIXY, MTCH, match group. What else? We got some volume, specifically in the cannabis sector. A few other ones. Looking at AMD, hopefully we just get some more volatility for AMD today. I mean, it was pretty choppy on Friday. Kind of stayed in this range almost the entire day. And so hopefully we get a little bit more volatility in AMD today. Yeah, but why, Jono? Why are they set to jump on the 4th? Well, let me look it up. Let me see if I can find anything. Hold on one second. I mean, I don't really see anything. All right, we got Mitch here. Hey, what's up, bro? What's up, guys? We got Mitch here. All right, we gotta probably wait for Mitch to get his mic set up, but Mitch is here. But yeah, EOLS looks decent. Yeah, I don't think Mitch has his mic set up yet, but he should be here soon. The Cannabis Conference LAS is in Vegas on April 1st. Yeah, that'd be fun to go to, I guess. What's up, Juguetes? Good morning, man. Alright, so main watches right now, at least, are EOLS, AMD. We got some penny stocks. What was that one penny stock? We got some movement here. MYND. MYND getting a little bit of volume here. Gapping up from 177 to 221 right now. That would be great, John O. That's like my dream right there, man. I'd be happy in life with that. FBIO gapping up from 247 to 260. Yeah, but the cannabis plays are really up. AXSM not looking too bad here, gapping up some. Showed some volume on Friday. Kind of moved up some from 820s, 830s maybe, all the way up to 950. So a big move, $1.20 or so on Friday for AXSM. Wonder if this one's tradable. I know it wasn't before. Let me look. It is tradable, so AXSM is tradable. So I'll probably watch AXSM as well. Let's look at the daily chart first, though. So AXSM actually held these big moves that it had earlier last month. It's up to 922 now, but overall it held the gains, which is surprising. Let me see if I can find some news on AXSM. It's at 948 now, but it had a big move Friday, like I said. So let's look at this one up. Phase 2 trial of their biodrug AXS-12 for, let's see. Yeah, they initiated the concert, which is a controlled trial of their AXS-12 in narcolepsy. And it also was granted orphan drug designation by the FDA for the treatment of narcolepsy. Top line results are expected in the second quarter of this year. So they initiated their phase 2 study for AXSM. We'll see where that one goes. Interesting here. Biodrug.
What's up? What's up?
What's up, guys? What's up, man?
What's going on?
We got Mitch here. Can everybody hear Mitch? Let's test it out real quick.
Money Mondays, guys. Let's do this.
You got yourself all set up now, man?
Almost done. I mean, this is a process. You know, state movement is definitely a process. Because also I'm getting a new car, so it's like
man,
a whole bunch of things at once. You know,
work. You know.
Yeah, man. I'll be moving out probably on like the 13th and 14th. Be in Denver back probably by the 18th. So.
So you're back in Florida right now.
Yeah, man. I've been flying back and forth. I've had like I think I've had like nine hours of flying in the last week, and a good probably 10 hours of sleep.
Well, man, get your move done. But you know, just saying, you owe me $10. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean,
$10, man.
I mean, it's okay. I know I owe you $10, but the Rams still beat the Saints. You know,
Oh, that
the
hurts,
Saints
man.
still suck. You
That
know.
hurts, man.
So.
That hurts, man. Uh, but no. What's up, man? It's good to have you back, bro. All right.
And at the end of the day, you know, it just goes to show you, if you're not prepared, you ain't gonna win the game. Just like you ain't gonna win at strategy, if
Yep.
in that trading, if you're not ready. You know, if you don't plan the right execution, plan the right plans. A lot of times, what you're gonna get is poor execution. Poor execution leads to losing, or in our case, losing money here.
Yep.
What we can learn from last night is, when you have a good strategy and you stick to strategy, that's usually what's going to get you out and into the green, just like in trading. And that's what we got to learn from that. You know, we got to stick with our strategy, stick with our plans, and know how to also be adaptive. You know, if something ain't working, you know, it's kind of insane to keep going at it. And, you know, the battle of the minds, you know, we all know who won last night.
Yep. Can everybody hear Mitch? Just checking. I turned him up a little bit.
Yeah, I hope you guys can hear me. I'll move the
Yeah.
mic a little closer.
Yeah, they can hear you. Somebody's agreeing. Okay. Hey, I'll be right back, guys. Hold it down, Mitch.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, guys, going to be looking at some kind of looking for pullbacks. Some stocks that I'll be looking at is the stock that I traded on Friday, which is AMRN. Would have been an amazing trade. Eventually coming back to the 1740s also could have been a nice, probably 3 times VWAP fade. Exactly what we like to see. And I'll be watching that one to see if we get a repeat. Looking for this to come down and crack through the 1550s. The daily chart looks good. AMRN. I'll be watching that one. Another stock I'll be watching, of course, is Tiva. I feel like Tiva has a daily chart that is very, very kind of attractive to shorters, as it's had a huge, huge downtrend for a whole month and now has pretty much bounced for a whole month. I'm going to be looking to see if it's going to come back down and crack these supports at 1924 and 1930 area to see if we can go ahead and get back down through the 19s and heading towards that 1750. Just one of the stocks that I'm watching. You know, I always like to look at daily chart moves and try to hammer them through the intraday. Anyone else got a stock that they feel is extended on the daily chart, or let's say it's on the downside and you feel it's bouncing back for you long traders? Man, what an impressive run by Kron here, guys. You know, we went all the way back down to $9, $10. Now we're up there to $21. How's that TLRY? That made a gain back? Nope, still hasn't broken out. That's one to keep an eye on. You know, this is the one that really, really launched off. If we see that one launch in, we can see investors coming right back into this game. TLRY is one that I'll be watching on the daily, not the trade, but just to see how the overall industry is doing.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the cannabis stocks, man.
It's just a normal run. I mean, I think it's just a kind of we got that pullback after the elections, and which is common, you know, and then we're getting kind of that drive back to where they feel that prices should be at, and they're going to try to find an average. You know, we had a run on a good example is like a stock like APHA or ACB, where you can really see the kind of that drive, the failing, and then a drive again, and then now trying to get back to those levels. The only thing that's going to stop it is if someone feels kind of it's gone so far that they'll sell those shares that they bought down there. If you look on the daily chart, you see a whole bunch of volume bought up on APHA in December, early December. And if let's see what we see from the other weed stocks. Same thing. look at the volume. Early December cron, you see a big amount of volume. I think there's long investors long in that area. For cron, it would be between that $9 and probably I would say like 11 something, 1150s. There's a whole bunch of buying in those areas. So we're going to see how far they're going to drive it up and where they're going to take their profit.
Okay. And yeah, so John O also said, so this is great if this is true, which I'm pretty sure it probably is, but John O said that the cannabis push is due to the World Health Organization recommending to reclassify cannabis and marijuana under international treaties. So I hope that's true. It's time for them to do that for sure. It's just about who's actually going to step up and do it. And so let's hope that's true. But if that's true, I mean, it makes sense why the cannabis plays are up. What's up, John? Good morning, man. You know, you want to know what hurts, guys? You want to know what hurts, right? So, you know, the channel averages, I don't know, between like 150 and like 250 people here on average, right? The one stream that my wife did last week had more views than I've ever had on any stream ever.
I told you. Didn't I tell you it was going to be a hit?
It kind of hurts, man. It kind of hurts.
It was going to be a hit. I told you, bro, that.
It kind of hurts, man.
Hey, what can I say, you know?
Yeah, man.
You might need a female voice here.
Right, I need to hire her, man. Just throw her on here sometimes.
Female voice, you know?
Yeah.
Just do the news or something.
Yeah. But yeah, man, Rams lost. I know we got, like I said earlier, I know a large majority of our viewers are from California, per the stats. And so I'm sorry, guys, but the Rams shouldn't have been there. It should have been the Saints. Everybody knows it. You know, that's all I'm saying.
I mean, did you not see the results? Last time I checked, they lost, bro.
Well, they lost one. They won one too. But no, yeah, my wife was having trouble figuring out what the scanners were. She called me and she was like, John, they want the scans up. And I was like, don't do it. I was like, they're going to pressure you to do it. Don't do it. You're going to screw it up. Just leave it. Just don't touch anything. And she kept calling me, but they want the scans up, you know.
They wanted the intraday chart.
Yeah, right.
Scans.
Yeah, she was calling me like, hey, what do I do? And I was scared she was going to like mess it up. And so I was just like, no, just leave it. I'll be back.
Just leave it. Man.
Right. There's no Isaac to call me Patrick. And so, I mean, there's no Isaac for me to call Brady too. He, like I said, he left me one comment on a video saying he down-liked it because the Rams lost. And so, but yeah, he'll be back, I'm sure. Yesterday was the Super Bowl. Yeah, she's cool, man. She helped me out that day. I've tried to teach her stocks. She's lost with it though. Stocks takes time, man. You know, even learning like what everything means takes time. So maybe one day. But yeah, cannabis plays are up. Gonna be watching them. EOLS, which is a wrinkle treatment bio company, I believe, is up after positive. What is this one up on? I think it was positive data, positive trial results, maybe. And so gonna watch EOLS as well. NIO. Gapping up some here, about 10 cents, low volume. We'll see what NIO does. GE, somebody, I think it was Jason, told me in our chat the other day that GE, let's see, GE scored a $517 million Army helicopter contract for GE, and so that's pretty big news for GE. I expect it to kind of push up some today off of that news, and that was on Saturday. He posted that. And so that's interesting. I'll watch GE as well. But yeah, another cannabis play some people kind of forget about is APHA. It's up. Pretty big gap up here. It's up about, what is this? 65 cents or so. Or no. 55 cents or so. So APHA up. And the SPY overall is down. What's up, Corv? Yeah, I'm watching EOLS. A few of these other like smaller penny stocks are moving. I know some people are watching those. MXWL, which is a acquisition, right? MYMD, a little bit of volume for MYND, gapping up some here from 177 to 219. ZYNE, gapping up some from 579 to 661, up about 80 cents or so. ELLI gapping up on low volume though. MHLD, Halo, HALO gapping up on low volume. Pizza, Papa John's gapping up some. BEDU, MDGS. So we got a few. Most of them are, like I said, in the cannabis sector. They got EOLS as well. Appreciate the sub. Appreciate the sub. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it. Can't see who subs today though. I'll have to fix that after the stream. But yeah, Papa John's is moving up. Sono, PYX. Sono's up. PYX is up some. Yelp up. PLUG, low volume, large float, it looks like. JKS, capping up some. So yeah, we got some. Thanks for the subs, guys. Appreciate it. TGOD. That's not a stock. What's up, Cargo? What's up, Mike? ADIL kind of moving up some. What was the other one? AXSM. AXSM had a big move Friday. I think this one's initiating phase 2 clinical trials is what I remember on AXSM. I think I'm correct with that. Phase 2 clinical trials are being initiated on AXSM. We'll see where that one goes. This one actually, like I said, held most of the gains it's made over the last month or so. Look at AMD. So AMD actually kind of broke out of this little channel it had on the daily chart. Interesting levels right here though, right around 2460s. I think it all depends on what the SPY does. SPY been moving up a pretty big amount the last few days. Last 2 weeks or so really. I don't know what any of that means. Yeah, Kron is up some. Looks interesting. We'll see where that one goes. What is that? The green organic Dutchman. What is that? I don't know what that is. I'm lost with that. ATVI, Julian. Activision Blizzard. Hey, I play video games. I remember this company. Blizzard is the people that made World of Warcraft. Never really played it, but I know they made it. Activision made Tony Hawk, if I remember correctly. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. MDGS, up some. Alright guys, we got about 4 minutes, so let's do this. We got AMD, EOLS, probably the two ones that I'm watching at the open specifically, along with the SPY and the rest of the cannabis plays. So we'll see what we get with some of these. It's a cannabis company. Must be on the OTC market. What's up, Pablo? Camping. All right, guys, we got about 3 minutes left, so let's do it. I'm gonna put the intraday scans up now. There we go. All right, guys. Appreciate the sub. I think so. I think so, Adam. It looks pretty extended. I think it's all kind of following the overall market, right? Like if you look at SPY and then you look at AMD, they both look pretty extended on the upside. And so I think it all depends on what the SPY does. I think the SPY actually looks a little more extended. But like if you look at both of these, they both just had pretty big runs the last 2 weeks or so. And I think AMD follows the SPY relatively well. And so I think it depends on what the SPY does, what the microchip sector in general does. So that's kind of what I'm looking at for it. All right, guys, we got 2 minutes left, so let's do it. All right, what are you looking at today, Mitch? Look at Kron. Kron breaking the highs right before the open.
I'm looking for NIO, MBEV, APHA, and then AMRN. Also on my top watch. Also like Tiva's daily chart. I mean, eventually I feel Tiva's going to reverse. If you look at the daily chart, I feel like investors kind of given up on this company overall. And it's been hit pretty hard with negative news consistently throughout the last 2 years.
For sure.
And has a whole month of going up. And so with that, I'm looking to see if it's going to either get above 20 or is it finally going to crack down below 1924s and get underneath 19 again.
Whew. Yeah, I kind of like that. That range.
Yep. And then what's the fire stock? Literally.
The fire stock.
Yeah.
PCG.
PCG.
Oh yeah, I was like fire stock, and then I was like, oh, yeah.
That's the fire stock.
Notorious. Yeah, the notorious fire stock. All right, guys, we got 5 seconds, so good luck, guys. Let's do this. Here's the bell coming up right now.
It's that opening push down on MU
and on AMD.
Through the support.
Yeah, AMD same. Big drop on AMD now. Let's just see it break out of the range. GE dropping. AMD big drop. A few of the cannabis stocks pushing back. Some of them are pushing up. Papa John's up. Cannabis stocks mostly dropping though. Kron down. ACB down. APHA down. ZKIN popping up in the scanners. GE down as well. Yeah, look at ZKIN. If you like these penny plays, this one just moved up 30% or so. Up to 350s, breaking the high pre-market. So ZKIN, I can't trade it, but it looks good. Moving up some.
All right. You're in a good down move there in MU.
All right, a little bit of a bounce back on AMD. What's the SPY doing now?
There you go. Nice crack to the support there for MU. All right, gonna look for a bounce here.
MU down. Yeah. SPY down too. SPY's pushing down to breaking the lows.
Big hit there.
Yeah, big hit on the SPY too. So the SPY is down some. It's got a little bit of support there in pre-market though. It may bounce too. Papa John's moving up. What else we get?
Dang, slam down to the next support on MU. All the way down there.
Big drop. AMD
killing that bull flag.
AMD actually rebounded here and it's bouncing up. Just broke the high of the day on AMD. So weird. NIO
looking interesting here on a bounce up to 792s. Can risk off a 797 right there. Really close bid there.
Yep, I see that one. All right, but AMD rebounded all the way here, broke the highs of the day. So we'll see where that one goes now too. Some of the candles placed. CGC rebounding some. ACB, same thing.
GCG, a nice little washout there in the open. Look at that. See, that's what I wanted to keep an eye on this one. I missed the move, but man, that was a 40 cent, 50 cent washout at the open.
Yeah.
Look, if you look at that, 3 days indecision. Today, huge red candle, 50 cent 1 minute candle.
Hmm. One thing I need to work on today, and I talked about it in a video this weekend, is that I need to keep a consistent share size relative to the range of the stock, right? And so my guess is I should probably shoot for around $100 for my wins and losses. And so MU bouncing back to the VWAP. And so with that, you know, if AMD stays in this range, like 30 cents, I can use, I don't know, like 300 shares or so for a 90-cent loss on average, maybe 250. And if it gets bigger, I have to scale down some to 200 shares. But the goal is to just try to keep a consistent sizing and take the trade and stick with it, whatever it does. So, you know, stick to my risk, stick to my reward. And I also have to focus on really getting that one-to-one profit target. I think that's something I really need to focus on, is just making sure I get that one-to-one profit target on the times that the trade actually is successful for me. So far, it's looking like the range is about 35 cents or so. And so about 275 shares, 250, 275 is what I'm looking at.
Missed a little fade there. Was thinking about taking PCG, but it went way too fast.
Yeah, Kron moving back up, pushing up quick, breaking that high of the day. Same thing with ACB and the rest of the cannabis plays. So the cannabis plays are moving up some. NIO dropped. We'll see if it pulls back to the VWAP. Same thing with kind of MU here. PYX. Go popping up on the scanners too. Alright, so gonna be watching this opening range here for AMD. And like I said, regardless of whether it's win or lose, I just need to stick to the plan. I think that's the big thing.
MU, AMAT, washing out there.
Alright. Alright, so yeah, about 250 shares is what I'm going for. So far, AMD's still in that range. Let's hope it breaks out of it today. The SPY is still pretty choppy here as well.
MVV with a nice breakout there.
NBEV, you said?
Yeah. I was even thinking about buying it. I could easily see the momentum just being bought up there in the 1720s. Good push there.
Alright, AMD breaking that previous low. Let's be careful here. My entry is going to be, there's the break. Alright, so I'm in AMD, 250 shares. Like I said, my reward target is about 35 cents or so, so it's going to be down at about 24.90. Or at about 23.90 actually. SPY broke the lows. Should be good for me.
All right, looks like a VWAP bounce there for MBEV. Not a bad option there. It was a 25 entry, and you could have risked off a 720, 5-cent risk for a nice 10-cent profit breakout. NIO, missing that one a little bit. Probably should have taken that. The weed stocks just all bouncing up just kind of drew me off that one. I did like it at the beginning for a VWAP fade, and as you can see, I would have already been at a good entry and probably taking first profit here at the 82s, 80s. Would have get a nice VWAP fade. Just kind of missed it. Didn't want to play it as I saw all the other weed stocks up for the day.
Yeah, that's kind of how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, they all just looked too pretty on the long side for me to just attack it.
All right, so we had a quick drop down. There we go. On AMD, just broke the lows, or just testing the lows right now. It's down to 22. We'll see if we get that actual break. It's following the SPY pretty closely here. So like I said, my reward target, I really need to stick with it here, is 2390s or so. 2390s is right around where my reward target should be. Down to 15s. I'm really kind of tempted, though, to take some at 24 if it does get up there. Big pullback here. I think this is the big support level from Friday, too. Let's see if it holds under the support level right here. Like, you can see this big support level from Friday at around 21 or so. We want to see it hold underneath that, use that area as resistance. That would be ideal. What's up, Brady? How you doing, brother? Look, we got him here, man. There's Brady. Brady is back. What's up, bro? All right, there we go. There's the break under that level. Let's see if it holds this level now. That's what we want to see. SPY breaking the lows. There's 15s. Looks good. On the 14s.
I'm watching AMRN and ADIL. ADIL is one to be careful with. It's very low volume, just a good daily chart. PCG also looking like a bear flag there. Definitely kind of missed on AMRN, my main watch. Kind of took my eye off of it for a while, but it's already done one fade. Looking to see if it's going to bounce up here back into the 1680s.
Yeah, AMD's following the SPY pretty closely today. Like I said, if it gets down to 24, I'll probably take profits, but gotta let it work some. Just got to get down there at least. Look at everybody in the chat. They're calling him Brady. Hey, that was the deal, man. It was a good game, though. People are saying it was a bad game. I don't think it was a bad game. I think it was a good game. Really defense.
I think it was a really bad game.
I think you're just mad, man.
No, it was a real boring game to me.
It was defense, man. It was just defense.
I don't think that's defense. Defense, they wouldn't be calling helmet to helmet hit when he put a licking on him in the first quarter.
I will say the refs were a little biased, I think, in the Patriots' favor.
Yeah, man, that hit was clean.
Just a little bit.
Clean. I'm kind of over this kind of real. I don't mean to say the word pussy NFL, but
come on, man.
I mean, come on.
I'm just saying.
It just hasn't become football anymore.
We got AMD rebounding here with the SPY. Not what I wanted to see. Like I said, let's hope that previous high holds as resistance here. But the SPY bouncing up some. Yeah, everybody does hate the Patriots, man. I mean, I don't hate the Patriots.
Oh, I'm just looking at my nice miss fade there on NIO. That was a beauty.
I was kind of watching NIO too. I'm hoping the SPY fades off of the VWAP here. It's bouncing some. But yeah, AMD's following the SPY pretty closely here. So, like, I'm just hoping we get a rejection back down. There we go. Let's see it hold.
Yep, there goes MBV.
MBV. MU MU faded.
Shot.
MU faded nicely.
Oof. MBV getting some volume. That VWAP bounce there on MBV would have been beauty.
All right, we're getting a little bit of a follow through. Let's get this break under 10s really for AMD, and let's see it test that $24 level so I can take some profits out of this thing. There we go. There's 13s.
ADIL never came back to the VWAP. Was looking at that one, interested maybe in for a 47 to 50 entry, risking off 60.
Quick
Just
bounce.
held the pennant and broke down there. AMRN looking interesting here at 1690. The risk would have to be off of 95. I think it's a little too tight right now, and been playing a little bit of an early game where it broke down to 9. So I'm holding off on that one. Want to see it reject off of 1690 here, and then I can short it.
Yeah, I'm watching AMD. It's following the SPY pretty closely here. SPY rebounding, AMD rebounding. So let's just hope the SPY continues to tank. If not, though, like I said, I'm just sticking to the plan this week. I think last week what really hurt me is I didn't stick to the plan, hold it as long as I should. So regardless of the small-time results, I think I just got to stick with the plan.
Definitely, always.
AMD looks like a fade, so we'll hope the fade follows through with this one.
All right, we got AMRN pushing back there to the 1690s. Like I expected it here.
AMD spike it up.
Also watching Tiva. Tiva on the watch. MBEV really holding its gains there in the 50s.
SPY
if you're
bouncing
long
up
on
too.
that one, I feel well about that one. You saw a lot of shares being bought up there in the 50s, and I saw 10,000 shares roll through there at 52.
SPY bouncing up. Not good for me.
I think one that's setting up that's looking good is Kron, guys. You got that first drive up, a down one, another up. You can draw a trend line across, and you'll be able to start really tackling that one. The support is off of 2191. That's an area where you can look to buy, or down here in the 70s and risking off of that 61. I think it's holding pretty well there.
Let's see if the SPY fades. Kron kind of choppy, man. A lot of the other cannabis plays are running. Like, look at ACB this morning.
And IO back to VWAP.
But yeah, look at ACB really spike here. AMD pulling back to the VWAP here. We'll see if we can get the break under it. I think it all depends on what the SPY does. I think if the SPY continues to push up and breaks the highs, then AMD's going to stop me out most likely. But like I said, I just got to stick to the plan with these.
AMRN moving back up to that resistance. Glad I didn't take that one.
SPY cranking up here. SPY pushing up. So you can watch the SPY and see how closely AMD and the SPY follow each other. But SPY looks like it's probably going to break the high of the day. Not going to be the best for me here, I don't think, with AMD. So maybe I could consider getting out of it since the SPY is pushing up so strong, and I'm guessing AMD is going to do the same. I want to stick to the plan, but with the SPY breaking the highs here, then it makes me a lot less confident overall in this setup. We'll see. I mean, sometimes the SPY will actually kind of chop in between the highs and lows, so we'll see if it does that. But like I said, not super confident in this one now since the SPY reversed really quickly there.
ECG looking beautiful. That one. That was the stock to trade today, man. Nice fade. No, PCG looking beautiful. That was a nice stock to trade today. Just didn't watch that one. Could give you a nice VWAP fade to begin with. Then giving you 2 or 3 touches here. Has built momentum here to break down through the 1290s. If it breaks down through the 1290s, I expect to move down all the way probably to 1060s, 11. So more than the potential there. Bounce here is going to come somewhere, I think, in the 1305 to 1310. Then I would see for a fade. If not, it can get crushed here in the 90s.
SPY steady pushing up. Big reversal here. Like I said, it's not that I lost hope in this, because obviously the SPY could reverse, but as long as the SPY pushes up, I'm pretty sure AMD is going to continue to do the same. Alright, well, AMD pulled back some here. We'll see how much it pulls back. SPY steady, looking strong, though.
Cron at that buying point here, guys, in the 80s. You can risk off of maybe the 63s, or if you want to wait for it to get a little lower in the 70s, you could wait for that. I think it's starting to build a nice flag there. People that bought up in the 80s there, and a good spot there. Look, right back up to 22. They made about 15 cents already. I think I would have taken some profit here at the 22.13 area.
You like it for a short or a long? Sorry.
I actually like it. It's setting up for a long.
Right.
This is definitely not a bearish setup here. You want to see it hold down here. This is where you want to see the buying up at the bottom in the 80s, showing that people are willing to scoop it up and bring it back.
All right, so the SPY pulling back, AMD pulling back. Not going to get my hopes up in this one, though, because, I mean, it all depends on what the SPY does. This could be just a small pullback. Big drop back down on the SPY, though, so that's good, but we'll see. Like I've always said, though, the good thing with the opening range breakout is that it's very black and white, you know. Either it works or it doesn't, and you have very defined concrete levels to follow. And so that's one of the things I actually like about it. And so even regardless of what it does, I just have to stick to my levels. We'll see if we get a choppy day in the SPY, or if the SPY starts to break out in one direction or not. AMD may be heading back up here. Hey, nice. Antrax, good job, brother. But yeah, look at ACB. ACB been really strong today. APHA too. APHA had a little bit of a triangle here. It looks like if I'm looking back on this for APHA. Yeah, look at this look at this flag on APHA. Nice flag there for APHA. Kind of broke over it now. We'll see if it actually breaks out now. What's up, Sid? I mean, I'm still in AMD. Still kind of in the middle right now. We'll see what it does. It's right about in the middle of the opening range. I'm probably leaning more towards I'm going to get stopped out, but I mean, you never really know.
All right, this is where I think if you would take Kron and risk off at the bottom here, 59, it's not a bad area. You have the supports underneath you.
Hey, well, good luck, Aries. Sorry, Mitch. What's up, brother?
You see the volume get bought up there. Some people are taking a shot. I saw 15,000 shares go through there at 70. That's someone doing the same thing that I'm doing, or at least my. All right, give me a second, guys. Getting a call here.
All right, SPY's still looking like it's going to push up. AMD's still kind of consolidating in between this level, but I'm watching the SPY closely. Like, if you look at the SPY, AMD's following it relatively well today. And so with the SPY break of this high of the day, I think that might be enough to stop me out. I got about 10 more cents left in this thing, so it just depends. Testing the $0.50 now on AMD. SPY pulled back some too. Should cause AMD to drop some here, but it's not following exact.
All right, I'm back here. Honestly, did not look bad there for that Kron buy-in there. Good risk to reward there.
ROKU. My computer's running a little laggy this morning. Man, Look at ROKU. Yeah, for sure. Look at ROKU go, man. Huge move on ROKU. Just monster push. All right, there goes AMD breaking the highs. This is where I got to be careful.
Yep, there's a beautiful trade there to make there on Kron. All right, guys, going to be looking for a bounce here. 1690s here for AMRN. 1690s. I need a bounce back to VWAP. You got a quick flush through there.
Yeah, SPY dropping too, so AMD dropping back down. SPY testing the VWAP again. We'll see if it bounces here or not. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at too, Jack. AMD making another go at it on the $0.50.
AMRN just crashing there.
SPY pushing back up, so AMD's pushing back up. Like I said, any significant push in the SPY right now will probably give AMD the momentum it needs to probably stop me out. And so that's what I'm watching at now. I'm just going to stick to my levels. Yeah, there's a push on the SPY. Like I said, there goes AMD. Still kind of battling that $0.50 on AMD. SPY dropping back down some. Maybe AMD will do the same. We'll see. Yeah, there's a drop.
I'm actually liking it now.
Which one?
Your trade.
It's got that. It's got a lot of resistance at the $0.50 at 24.50.
Yeah,
for sure.
Exactly. So risk to reward. This trade is actually pretty well now.
We'll see. I think it depends on what the SPY does here. The SPY continues to test that 270 level, and so I think that it all depends on what the SPY does here at 270. Like I said, like if the SPY bounces in a significant way, it could give it the momentum it needs to stop me out. And so it's like I'm looking at the SPY, watching AMD and how it correlates with that, and just kind of trying to stick to my levels here. There's the test of the 270 level in the SPY. I just tapped it once again. Just to see, just so you can see what I'm looking at here. If you look at the SPY drops, AMD drops, and so, you know, SPY's testing this big level here, 270, just broke underneath it, so watch, AMD should drop now, because a big drop underneath on the SPY, and so we should see a follow-through drop on AMD, but it's not an exact science, obviously. We'll see. There's the SPY continuing to fall. There's AMD dropping now. Yeah, there goes the SPY.
I'm telling you, it didn't look bad there. I was thinking about taking 45s, but I never got the chance to snap on it.
Yeah, I mean, AMD's already retraced so much from where my entry was that, you know, we're going to need a pretty big drop in the SPY to pull AMD down, you know, and which is what we're getting here. But, you know, it's not an exact science, and AMD's kind of still trying to hold over that 240 level. It has that little channel there, but the SPY is dropping significantly here. And so let's see if we get a big drop on the, there's a little bit more drop. We'll see if we get a big follow-through drop on AMD. So yeah, see there's the SPY breaking the low of the day. And now you see AMD starting to drop. And so it's looking better for me now. We'll just see if AMD cracks under the VWAP. But the SPY did break the lows.
Didn't look bad. I was trying to get in there. Just never got in there. Just needed to reject off of that 45 one more time. And it got right off of that 48.
Yeah, but AMD's still holding. That's the only problem.
Yeah, I understand. It still just needs some volume.
Right.
You see that washout wasn't high volume. It was lower volume. So you need the bigger candle to come.
Right. Well, the longer the SPY stays down here, the more it's going to drag AMD down, in my opinion. And so we just need AMD to break underneath the VWAP and start kind of pulling down more to test the lows like the SPY did. And AMD seems to be following the SPY a little bit more on the bounces than it is on the drops. And so we just need AMD to crack under this big support it has here at 24.35. Big support there. But man, huge drop on the SPY. Honestly, I'm surprised it hasn't dragged AMD down more than it did from that huge drop, because the SPY reversed quickly and big. Another thing I also have to work about with this type of trade is that if it stays in that range all day, like it did Friday. Like Friday, AMD stayed in that small, tiny range all day. And you can see how closely how much more AMD reacts to bounces in the SPY as opposed to drops, right? Like you see a little bounce in the SPY here, and AMD quickly bounces right back up. So like that's
on with a push.
So like I said, that's concerning as well. But at this point, it's just kind of one of those trades where it's just black and white. I just have to stick to my levels. Yeah, APHA looked really nice today with this flag. Like I mentioned earlier, APHA, this flag pattern here. I'd like to see a little bit more follow through with the flag, but flag pattern was there.
Yeah, I think Kron was a really great one called out also. Minimum of 25-cent gain on that first profit. Let's see what happens here. As it's getting either bottom up here at the 88s. I see 10,000 shares going through 96.
Yeah, AMD just doesn't want to break down with the SPY.
Yep, Kron getting that lift there. Anyone that bought up in the 70s should be feeling real nice now. Yeah, two-way. Definitely nailed the interview. I'll talk a little bit after the stream, but definitely, of course, I appreciate it.
Nice, brother.
There's Kron breaking to 22s. Let's see if he gets that final amount of volume to get it through the 22.13s, and then it can get up there to the 22.38s. Maybe make a run to 22.50s.
SPY kind of headed back down a little bit here.
It's a nice take there.
AMD, I'm getting more worried that it's just going to be a range-bound day today. A lot of times it'll, like I said, stay in this little bit of a range where it kind of just sticks back and forth between few levels, and I think that's what we're seeing a little bit for it. Still a little early to tell, and it all depends on what the SPY does, but we get the SPY dropping here. It should theoretically make AMD drop some, and especially we want to see a low of the day break in the SPY. Testing it now. Look at APHA. Beautiful flag breakout on APHA. Really nice, obvious one. Appreciate the subs, guys. Appreciate the new subs today. I can't keep track of who's subscribing, but I appreciate all the new subs. Welcome, guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Steve. Thanks, brother. I have an idea, Jason. It starts with Mary and it ends with a word that rhymes with Shauna. You know? At least that's my guess.
Or money.
Yeah, true. I know. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm just judging it from my own perspective, you know.
I mean, I have that here.
All right, AMD rebounding. Not what I wanted to see. I wish it would have. It was following the SPY pretty closely earlier, but you know, with this big move, may get stopped out here. But yeah, look at that flag breakout on APHA. Beautiful flag breakout today. All right, so here's AMD's push, right? If you look at the 1 minute chart on AMD, it's kind of stayed in this range for a while now. Let me get the 1 minute. Oh, there it is. And so now that it's pulling up to test, we just want to see this big area here at 2450 hold, which is probably pretty unlikely at this point. Still going to stick to my 2040-60 risk, but like I said, a little unlikely, I think.
And IO is breaking out a little bit there. And what did I just talk about with Kron, man? Perfect call out for Kron. Couldn't have called it out better. Look at that breakout.
Oh yeah, look at Kron. Nice move there. Look at ACB today, man. ACB had a nice flag too.
I called the buy-in in the 75s, the 80s, risking off a 62 there. Great move there, guys. 955. That's about the time when you want to get in that buy-in off the support. And look at that move, straight to 2238s. Look at NBEV also breaking out.
ROKU still making highs? Is it really? I haven't looked at ROKU since then. But yeah, ROKU had a huge push today. Alright, so here's the test of the $0.50 on AMD. I think it'll probably break it this time. It's tested it a few times. It's also dependent on what the SPY does, but I hope I'm wrong.
Never, Justin. You're never getting rid of me inside your brain, bro. I'm in there. Ain't getting out.
You're right.
MBEV and Kron showing great volume, guys. So we look for breakouts, guys. We want to see that volume jump in there with it. And then you want to see the top of the flag hold. So in this case for Kron, you want to see the 2220 hold. And that way it can really gain that volume that it just got above it and really push into the 2250s. Same goes for MBEV. You get that push, lots of volume. You want to see the high and see if it's going to hold. In this case, it would be that 53. I'd like to see that 53 hold, and then that could get back up there to 70s.
Yeah, with AMD, it's just choppy. It's got a super defined range at this point, which is good. But we need to see it break out of that range in order to get any type of significant move. I do see a double top here for AMD on the 1 minute chart, which is great. But we got to see the SPY really dip back down here. Which is, I don't know the odds of that. But we got to see the SPY pick a direction. If it stays choppy, AMD's eventually going to pop up there and get me out. But holding it to my levels.
Oh, I missed one. The ADIL moved back up.
Yeah, I was kind of watching the ADIL. Man, look at Roku go, man. Jason wasn't lying. I think it was Jason, right? Who said Roku? Was it? No, it was James, man. Yeah, James was right, man. Look at Roku, man. That is a strong, strong move on ROKU. Super strong move. All right, so here's the test of the $0.50. Like I said, the SPY pulling up some is going to affect it. We'll see if the SPY VWAP fades here and sticks down. Appreciate all the new subs, guys. I'm using paper account and having a really hard time finding stocks to day trade. Get yourself a scanner, man. You know, there's some free scanners too. But yeah, scanner helps. That's what I have here. It kind of shows me what's moving.
It's crazy. I see people kind of doing the ROKU. They're trying to short the top. I saw people jump in there in the 40s. There's someone that jumped with 10,000 shares there shorting.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, that's...
on ROKU especially. I mean, I understand the trade idea.
Yeah, it's a 5-minute trade idea or a 15-minute. They count the amount of candles, and they just get a certain amount that they're more than willing to short off of.
Yeah.
I mean, you got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 green candles right now.
All right, so AMD breaking over that $0.50. And I think it all depends on what SPY does here. Like, it depends on if the SPY holds under 270 is really what I think.
All right, let me know if it breaks over that 250.
Which one?
Yours.
Okay, 2450 for sure.
Yeah. Because if it doesn't, I might go ahead and jump in with you, brother. Doesn't look bad.
I mean, it just broke over it. There it goes. And it's all, like I said, it has to do with the SPY. Like the SPY pushing up some. If the SPY holds here at 270, it's not bad. But I think now the big thing I have to worry about is even if it does pull back, if
All
24.50
right, trying to get
holds.
short here on PCG. Needed to be up by 98s or 13s.
All right, SPY big push. Got to get ready to exit here. And like I said, even if it does pull back, you got to get worried about that $0.50 holding as support now that it finally broke. All right, getting close.
Close my order there. We're looking for this bounce. See what's going to happen here.
$58, 56. It's struggling here, but I think it's probably going to get that momentum. The SPY broke back over 270, so that should give it the momentum it needs.
BCG.
There's 59s, 58s.
MU getting up there.
I think this is probably going to be the push.
Yeah, it already broke out of the pattern out short.
SPY testing that 270 level. Like I said, I think that's the big level to watch. SPY pushes. All right, here we go. It's got some sellers up there, though. The level 2's filled with red.
One that looks interesting is NIO, but you would have to go bigger sizing and risk right off of that 86 mark. So it'd be a 4-cent risk or a nice, you could target that 6-cent gain, 8-cent gain.
All right, I'm out. $90 loss, exactly the risk I gave myself, so I'm happy with it. Pretty sure it's going to break here. Yep, there it goes. So glad I got out when I did. Broke up about 6 or 7 cents right after I got out, so happy with that exit for sure. And yeah, just stuck to the plan. Didn't work today. But like I said in a video I put out this weekend, that I think one of the things I really need to do is just stick to the plan when I trade it. If I take profits too soon, then I am not getting that full 1-to-1 target that I need. And so, you know, I stuck to the plan today. I calculated my share size. Like I said, I think a reasonable way to approach it is I need to get a consistent share size relative to the range of that first 5-minute candle, and then give myself a consistent risk, right? And I think about $100 is reasonable. $100 for my winners and losers, right? So when I lose, I got to try to keep it within that $100 range, and when I win, I need to keep it within that $100 range as well, so I can make sure to get that full 1-to-1 reward target, and thus even my winners aren't going to be way bigger than my losers, and my losers aren't going to be way bigger than my winners. And so I hope that makes sense to everybody. That's kind of what I'm going for. And yeah, first day of the week didn't work out, but I'll be sure to continue using it and just keep documenting and trading it.
Look at NIO. Beautiful today. Just missed it a bunch of times. Was thinking about taking it there. Called out the trade that was available there, but another miss there. Beautiful trade there today, though. Small range, but very readable. Very easy read. As you see the sizing get in there.
But man, Roku, man, huge move, man. And just looking at this thing, this is a monster move for ROK.
Did it pull back yet?
No.
Still nothing?
Not it pulled back. I mean, it had a 1 minute pullback set up, but that's it. Breaking the highs now. Why am I doing that? I have 2-to-1. Because it's just the way the strategy works, right? So so Skylar, so when I back tested the opening range breakout, it gave me a 76% accuracy rate, right? And the way I did it was giving myself that 1-to-1 reward target. So I have to analyze the range of that first 5-minute candle and then use that as my risk, the opposing side as my risk, and then use the equivalent of that as my reward. So in this case, AMD had a 35-cent 5-minute candle, and so my reward target is 35 cents higher. So my reward target would be, or in this case lower. So my reward target would be from 24.25 to 24.90, or 23.90 would be my reward target, and my risk would be the opposing side of it, which is right here at 24.60. And so that's why I approached it that way, because even if I approach it with 1-to-1 reward to risk, judging by the back-tested accuracy rate, which was 76%, even if I take every trade 1-to-1, it should still be profitable per the testing. And so that's kind of the way I'm approaching it, just from the testing perspective. So I hope that makes sense. But yeah, we had a few nice flags today. APHA was probably the prettiest one. The most obvious one, too. Look at APHA go here. Beautiful flag breakout up to the 1070. Where'd Brady go, man? Brady left? Well, I lost $90, but at least Mitch owes me 10. So, you know,
hey, there you go.
I can call it 80. You know, optimism. Optimism, you know. Guess, Sid. I mean, I had the Pats. Isaac had Brady had the Rams. Mitch had the Rams. Pats win. John wins. No more Patrick. It's John now. Kron, maybe for a view out bounce here. ACB2. But yeah, today was just a choppy day in the SPY. I think another thing I have to consider, though, is that like the opening range breakout, I think it works the best, obviously, when like the market is super volatile, right? So when you get really choppy days like today, it's probably not the best trade to get into. And so maybe you should wait for volatility in the market. That's something else I should consider. I think a good way to do it is just to look at how much the SPY gaps up. Right? If the SPYs break even, a lot of times it's going to be choppy. Oh, okay, you still steady pushing here. Yeah, holding over the weekend, holding overnight, they have some fees for sure, Reese. So yeah, I would be careful trading on TEFs if you're gonna hold overnight, just because, like I said, they do have some fees that they're gonna throw in there. Speaking of that, though, if anybody's interested in actually using TradeNet, which is the broker that Mitch and I use, you can check out my link here. And they did have their 20% off New Year's sale, but that's done. But, like, yeah, if you're interested in using the broker that Mitch and I use, I'll post the link here. And it's really one of the ways we keep the stream free. I make a commission from it, but like I said, it's one of the ways we keep the stream free. And so if you're interested in using the broker that Mitch and I use, as well as helping support this channel, you can go through my link, and I'll post that here. Yeah, there's no PDT rule on TEFs, Adam. I mean, NBEV. Yeah, nice push. Yeah, I was playing poker this weekend, guys. It's actually a funny story. I was playing poker this weekend, and I was on Global Poker. and I saw some guy on Global Poker with the screen name ORB Trader, Orb Trader. And so I stopped him and I was like, hey man, I trade that strategy. And then I asked him, I was like, have you ever heard of the channel Beginner Trading on YouTube? And he was like, yeah man, I've been a sub for a while. So like I ran into one of my subs on poker this weekend and like we chatted for a while.
All right, guys, trying to short AMRN here at the VWAP or slightly below it, 74s, 75s. I need a bounce there. I was trying to get in, just kind of floated, knocked through my level really. Was trying to get there at the VWAP 76, but it went right down, right back down there. I'm looking to try to get in here.
Yeah, you about to get in a trade? Bounce. I could throw you up.
Yeah, I'm trying. I mean, I need AMRN to go back up. I have it on another screen, but I'll pull it up on this one.
There you go. You're up.
Yeah, I was looking for an entrance here in the 76, but it quickly ticked down. Didn't give me really a big chance there to get in. I think it was a good shot, though. Another one that I'm looking at is Tiva for a breakdown. As I see AMRN come down, AMD come right back down to VWAP. Tiva looking like it's breaking down here. Yep, AMRN, that's going to be a little bit of a miss there. It's going to hurt because it's a nice one. 3 resistance tries there at 75. Should have taken that 75 to 76 area. Risk right off at 80, 5-cent risk. Great return on this one down to 64s. You can take first profit here, look for that 60 crack, and they'll go right through that 657. Some slight hesitation today. Definitely should have taken that one. It was only 1 minute to really give me my entry there. But the next candle opened up immediately at 71, not giving me a chance to take even 74s or 75. Should have got in there and taken that AMRN trade. VWAP fade there. Beautiful VWAP fade. You see it get slapped through the 60s. Now the 58's right there. All it needs is a little bit of volume, and it'll go right through it. You see second profit could have been right here, 57s.
Yep. Yeah.
Definitely a miss there. VWAP fade is back, man. 2 or 3 days. I've been seeing 2 or 3 of them.
I've been seeing it a decent amount in the market as well. But yeah. Poster formerly known as Isaac, that we will now refer to as Brady. But yeah, man, I just have to stick with the plan. Back testing rates showed high accuracy, and so like I mentioned, I think the mistake I made with the opening range breakout after that first week was adjusting my trading just because of a small time result, right? Like it had a small time downswing with the strategy, and I stopped trading it the same way. And so kind of one of the ways I have to kind of focus on improving is just sticking with the plan that I gave myself, you know. If I stick with the plan, I can just let the probabilities from back testing play out. And like that's my goal at this point. So like regardless of if it works or it doesn't work with individual days, I just have to continue to stick with it and just make sure to try to get that full 1-to-1 reward target while using a defined range of share size based off of that first candle, if that makes sense. And so it's like I just got to stick with the plan and just try to let the probabilities play out in my favor per the back testing rate. What did AMD do though? Let me make myself feel
just
worse.
Hanging out.
Okay. I was gonna say let me make
just
myself feel worse. Yeah. I mean, so it depends on the spot though.
Yep.
But yeah, at least per the SPY, it's kind of a choppy day right now.
Matt made a nice move there. Down.
I don't don't think AMD's halted. I don't know, man. It isn't moving. There it goes.
It's just slow.
Yeah.
It's just a little slower.
Yeah, Roku going crazy, Lewis.
All right, 1967 is an important price on Tiva. Seeing a crackdown right there. Looking interesting now. I want to see the volume follow it. There's a volume following it. No big sellers though.
Callum, so it all depends, man. So Callum says, why is your profit loss 1-to-1? Shouldn't the ratio be positive like 3-to-1? It's all dependent on the accuracy rate of the strategy, right? So like I said, when I back tested the opening range, it had a 76% accuracy rate. And so even if I approach it with 1-to-1 in each trade, the accuracy rate should compensate for the 1-to-1 lower risk reward. Some strategies are going to be less accurate, and so you're going to have to approach them with better risk and reward. And some strategies are going to be more accurate, and so you don't have to have as good risk reward with the more accurate strategies. Of course, it's always better to have good risk reward, but specifically with the opening range, I don't know how else you would approach it to try to get more than 1-to-1 with it, unless you do like half the candle, which is, possible, but I would have to test that as well. So I hope that makes sense. That's right, James. Hey, we appreciate the support, brother. ACIU. The late great TLRY. Yeah, I'm surprised this stock is. It is moving up. I mean, the cannabis plays are going. Roku's still breaking highs here, though, man. Still.
It's moving.
Yeah, man.
A pullback would be nice.
Yeah, for sure. Wish I would have gotten the opening range breakout on Roku. Let's look at Roku. Would have worked today.
Still no red candles on the 5-minute chart.
It would have worked this day as well. Would have worked that day.
MBEV pushing hard there, guys. 5,000 shares bought up there at 64. It's setting up that third resistance test up there at 67.
Roku has worked with the opening range breakout almost every day. But I think it's just volatility.
Cron was a nice buy today. I wish I would have taken that trade. It definitely would have made me a great profit up there now, 22.58s. Good call out there from the 21.70s.
Yeah, Cron had a beautiful bounce there for sure.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, that buy in the 70s was so perfect. Would have gone up, would have broke the 22s. You could have got a nice, 70-cent gain on that.
For sure.
It's up there now to 22.60s. Yep, I think MBEV and Cron have one more drive to go. Especially MBEV, I'm seeing more of the ABCD pattern. That A drive, that B drive, that C drive right now. And then it should kind of topple out here and not be able to get back above. there's that drive. Expect maybe one more push, but after that,
Which
feel
one?
the stock will die out. MBEV.
It's got a little triple top there, especially if it gets rejected here. I mean, nice PR. Good job, brother. Roku, man, breaking highs. Keeps moving up, man. Let's look up. I want to see what's going on with Roku because whatever's going on with it, it's definitely showing some strength. I'm sure somebody probably already said it, but let me look it up. So, a new GM and SVP of account acquisition for Roku. Today it announced the company has hired somebody as SVP and GM of account acquisition. He's going to join this month. He also served as the Smart Chem Limited CEO. He's replacing Chaz Smith.
Ooh. I don't even like watching these so much because it's always going to seem tempting to short the top on a stock like Roku. But, you just got to understand that the risk and reward is probably not going to be there. And if you are going to take the reward, you got to take it all the way down here would be to the 48.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense, Gregory. He says Roku's probably getting a lot of sales from streaming popularity increasing and older people are getting rid of their satellite TV. Yeah, for sure. It kind of makes sense. I mean, I honestly, my wife watches. We have Direct TV, and my wife watches it, but I mostly watch Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Hulu is what I usually stick with. I like movies though. I don't really like series. Yeah, man. I mean, this is a pullback for Roku.
Yep, it was around that time. That's why I changed it. I was like, yeah, let me not short this right now. And watch my account just get blown. There's no need for that. I mean, I think it's just going to be a matter of paying for ads. I mean, I don't mind, you're going to have the option. You can either pay to have ads or you can pay not to have them. And all you're doing is just paying for the ad itself. So,
Kron pushing up some, broke the high of the day.
Yeah, one last push, I feel, in that one. I think MBEV pushes a little bit past 770s, but then dies out there. MU broke out there. Kept going up, got some volume.
Again, though, guys, if y'all are interested in using the broker that Mitch and I use, you can check out TradeNet. If you go through my link, you can get 10% off TradeNet packages. And so instead of paying $500 for the intro package, you can get it for $450. And really, the intro package gives you a max loss of $700. So you're actually getting a few extra $100 to lose with the intro package. And so if you want to support the channel and try out TradeNet, which is the broker that Mitch and I use every day, you can go through the link. I just posted it there if you want to check it out or even just look into it. ALRN getting a little bit of volume here, but it's still pretty low, but it is pushing up. Definitely more volume than it usually gets today for ALRN. It's up to 161. They're usually an hour long, roughly an hour. But I mean, here's the thing, right? Like, Mitch and I, obviously, we don't claim to be experts or gurus or anything like that. But we do have like a backlog of like 70, 80 classes. Now I'll have to look, but we have like a backlog of like almost 100 hours worth of classes. And I think that's probably where most of the value is with the classes. It's just the backlog that you get. You know, we do live classes a few times a week as well, but I think most of the value, at least if I was using it, I think it would probably be in the backlog. The library, I should probably say, sounds easier. I think I have the Pro, James. I think I have the Pro. I'm not really, to be honest, I'm not quite sure. I think it's the Pro. It's like $118 for me. James, it's like about $120 a month, I think. Yeah, that's right, two-way. Video library is probably a better way to say it. But yeah, APHA, nice little flag pattern here.
Papa had a good run all day too.
Papa John's?
Yeah, man.
Pizza. Super Bowl, everybody's ordering pizza. Somebody mentioned that earlier.
I think it has a lot to do with them, just with the news. You called it out. I mean, their old chairman, not the one they want to follow anymore. And they got a solution now.
Right.
And that was the only worry in the stock. Can they find a new chairman that could at least hold the standards of Papa John's? And, you know, everybody remembers the Papa John's guy, but
yeah,
he's long gone now.
For sure. Yeah, Papa John's, he's a jerk, man. You know, whatever his name was. Everybody said he's like just not a good dude. ROKU.
One that looks interesting is Sono. Sono. It's actually tradable.
Yeah, I remember Soto.
It's tradable right now, and it's making a little move there.
Maybe a VWAP bounce here. I don't know. It's got that really super obvious support level at about 13, really. Roku's still heading up. But yeah, I'll probably end up closing it down soon here. Yeah. Probably done for the day, I would say. But yeah, guys, like I said, if you're interested in using the broker that Mitch and I use, you can check out this link here. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm probably done. But yeah, if you're interested in checking out TradeNet, which is the broker that Mitch and I use, I just posted that link here again. You can get 10% off if you want to help support the channel and use the broker that we do. You can go check out that link. Are you guys' classes structured, like not scrambled everywhere in a step-by-step? I mean, we have different segments, like sectors of classes. Like we have psychology classes, support and resistance classes, risk-reward classes, and then strategy classes. And so I don't know how structured you would say they are, but we do have different kind of segments of them. That's rough, man. APHA. Yeah, man, it seems a little intimidating, James, for trade ideas, but honestly, watch some videos. There's some good videos on how to like create your own scans on trade ideas. I think the videos are actually by trade ideas, but once you get it, it kind of clicks and it makes more sense. Because yeah, I mean, I built a lot of these scans. Like I built breaking out on volume. This one just shows when a stock breaks highs with 2 times average volume and a few other ones. So like, you know, they got some good stuff, man. I like trade ideas. Let's see what else we get. Also, shout out to Trade Ideas. Trade Ideas is cool enough to let me stream their scans every day. Let me see. I know they have their winter test drive going on right now. Let me pull this up. I know they have their winter test drive going on right now, so I'll try to get that going here. So yeah, if you want to try out their winter test drive, I think it lets you try out. James might know a little bit better than I do, but I think it lets you try out. Trade ideas for like a week. I think you pay like $8 or something like that. I can't remember exactly how much it is, but yeah, if you want to try out trade ideas for a week, you can go to that link and check it out. All right, James, have a good day, brother. But yeah, check out trade ideas. I just posted that link as well. So with trade ideas, Jack, or with TradeNet, Jack, you pay for a package, and like each package gets you like a day trading course. You get like 2 weeks of paper trading from their software, and then you get the funded account with each package. And so it's actually a pretty broad deal. Like you get a course from TradeNet on trading. You get 2 weeks of paper trading, and then you get your funded account through them. And so it comes with a bunch of different stuff, but one of those things is paper trading. Yeah, we try, Justin. I mean, like I said, we just try to be different, man. Like we're the only people showing everybody everything, to put it bluntly. Like we're the only people showing people our account balance, our profit and loss, everything. Like all of our trades and the execution of our trades, right? Where most people just kind of call out, "Hey, I'm in this stock," or they hide their account balance. And so like like I always say, like we're not experts or gurus. Obviously, I'm still working on being profitable myself, and it's a long road. But, we've been trading for years, and so we kind of know what trading's all about, and we can help new traders get started. And, like, that's what we really shoot for. We can teach people about risk-reward, which I think is kind of something that isn't taught as much as it should be. And so, yeah, man, I mean, we try. We try to be the most transparent people possible. And we're probably the only ones that tell people, hey, we're not experts or gurus,
Looks like Kron took that D bomb.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. I had a feeling they wouldn't pass that next pattern.
I mean, I think the big level now is like Roku right at this $50 level. I think the most obvious reversal point is going to be at this big $50 level. It's the $50 of it's the half of 100, and it is also a whole $1.50. So I think this is going to be the big level here for Roku. I think if it gets reversed, it's going to happen right here, most likely. And so we'll see what we get there. Maybe a tight risk reward trade, but yeah, for sure. I kind of agree. But yeah, good luck for the rest of the day, guys. And I'll see you all tomorrow. We'll see everybody in our class tonight as well. So have a good day. Mitch should be back here tomorrow too, right?
I'll see. I'll let you guys know.
Okay.
All depends.
For sure.
All right. Especially with leaving one job. They're kind of mad I'm leaving. You know how it is.
Yeah, I feel you. All right, guys. Well, good luck, man. I'll see you all tomorrow morning, and if not, for class tonight. So later, guys.
All right. Take care, guys.